This video is going to go through my preset on the Fractal Audio AX-FX2 for U2's Where the Streets Have No Name. First block here is a drive. This drive is a FET boost. It is my attempt to model the preamp to the Korg STD3000 digital delay, or a similar pedal. In this case, I think I used Sonic Audio's Triad to model this. This is a FET boost. It's your drive, tone, these are two key parameters right here, the low and the high cut. And the other important parameter here for modeling this slightly gritty boost is the mid, about 0.6. Took off just a tad of treble there. So those are the pages for the FET drive. I use this in a lot of the clean tones for many other songs like Bad, etc. And I adjust the parameters a little bit for each song. I'm not using the FX loop here. This is the new amp model on the AX-FX2. I used this amp model on pretty much everything. This is the EQ block, which has now been built into the amp model, so you can change the EQ of the amp tone. As you can see, I've boosted the mids quite a bit. Here's the advanced page. I have changed a lot of these parameters to build my own, what I consider my own Edge U2 AC30 model in the AX2. I find that the Fractal amp models, especially the AC30, is too bright, too tinny. So I've done whatever I can to change the mids and cut off the highs. Fractal has added a lot of parameters, especially toward the bottom here. So there's a lot of things to mess with to change your tone, either subtly or drastically. So there's the advanced page. So then it goes into a cab. This is the cab combination that I like. The 2x12 blue and the 2x12 Brit. I like the R121 condenser mic. I use the same mic on both. Give it some room, 20%, room size, mic spacing. These all make a very subtle difference to your tone. You can change them as you feel fit. My panning of the two. But the key here is the 2x12 blue and Brit. I did not use the red wires. Now, moving to the delays, I do something here which really doesn't change things that much. It could just be like my mind could be playing tricks on me, but in general you don't need this second delay. These delays are actually about the same. I'll show you in a second. Here's the main delay. Okay, it's the 2290 with mod, mono, mix is about 39%. I usually bring the level up a little on the delay blocks because there's a slight volume drop when you turn a delay on. There's the famous 354 milliseconds, dotted 8 note delay, 30%. I like a lot of repeats on this song. You can do it with less. I like the triangle. It's a very subtle difference. Here's my rate. I use an 8th note to drive the rate. Anywhere between 4 and 5 is going to get pretty close to the edge type modulation. The depth, 36% on this one. And I'm not using the second low frequency, the oscillator here. I'm just using LFO1. I'm not doing any ducking. Next page. This is the access to new delay frequency cutoffs. This is where you're really modeling the 2290 part of the delay. Mix 39%. It's also on this. It's also on the other page that we already went through. So there's the main delay for streets, and that's all you need. Now what I do is I throw in to quote thicken up the sound a little bit. I don't really think it does that much though. I've had it in here so long I just leave it. I'll show you. It's same type of thing, same type of delay. The mix is a little lower, not much. And it's 360. I hard coded it at 360. So the other one is a dotted 8 at 354 milliseconds. This is just harded at 360. So they're very, very similar. Frankly, the human ear can't tell the difference. And you'll notice I have feedback at 1%. So that's essentially just one repeat. So it's just two repeats going into or one repeat, one regular note and repeat going into the other delay, which is 6 repeats. So it's really right on top of each other. You can't, this is not two delays. It's really one delay at slightly different, two delays with the same timing at slightly different times. But what I've done here is change the modulation a little bit to make the make it a little more complex. So in this one I've got the sine, and I've got a 16th, so I've got 5.64, and I only have 7.5%. So I'm mixing in a little bit different modulation on this delay, and it gives a little more of a complex complexity to it. But it's very subtle, and you really don't need two delays for the song. In fact, Edge only uses one dotted 8th note delay. The EQ again. I like 200 and 8,000, or 6 to 8,000. What do I have here? Here I have 6. Sometimes I use 8. mix here, 37, a little lower than that second delay. And there you go. So that's, and then I use some reverb here. Looks like I got some medium plate reverb in here. Sometimes I use the large plate. And that is an overview of my preset on the Axe 2 for Streets. Thanks for watching.